Jerry, turn off the TV. It's time for the Pope. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. MacDriver, Pope Driver, 3 Vape Mac. Actually, we've got Quad Vape Mac here in the bitch tonight. Looks like we only got Nate here tonight, so Nate's free. There's gonna be no BS on Nate. Nate's the first one here. I respect Nate, and Nate's gonna be all right in this one here too. So let's get into the games. That's my boy right there. Let's get into the games of last week here. We had MacDriver going up against the Fraud. I pegged the Fraud at I picked myself to win at 15 points. I ended up winning by 20 points, extending my win streak to 5. The true champion is not here. The true champion is not here, my friend, and we'll tell you why later. Mr. 200 himself, wow, touche, touche, touche. Mr. 200 himself went up against Kyle, and of all odds, Kyle won by 22 points. Pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Next matchup, we had Amanda going up against Nate. Must-win matchup for both teams here. It was very meant to be. It was very meant to be. But Amanda and Nate's matchup was definitely a must-win. I had Amanda win. I pegged Amanda winning by half a point. Nate won by 6. That playoff push is looking good for my man here. Next one, we had Justin going against Jordan. I had Jordan pegged at a 35-point favorite. Jordan won by 54. Last matchup, we had Rob going against Marlon Brando. I just gotta stop picking this motherfucker for a multitude of reasons. Number 1, he never shows up for mass. Number 2, he knows what Richard Tickle is and he's not bringing him to us. I had Rob at a 75-point favorite against Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando won by 36. Should have been more. Just wait till we get to this week's matchups here. And I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna say. The projections are gonna be great against. The chat is very quiet. There's not many people here today. I'm very surprised there's not many people here. There's Amanda, so we got some more people here in the chat, which is very good. Very good. I know Bernadette, I know. Listen, Bernadette. We were telling the people that we were having a mid-season break. It was all a lie here, okay? We're here and we're live. Tell them. Tell the choir. Tell the choir that we're here and we're live here. You know, we just gotta, you can't get good help around here these days here. It goes from, mass might have been yesterday, depending on the time zone you live in. Now, we're on Central Standard Time, yes. Georgian, this ain't 1832. We go back to daylight savings here. Jesus Christ, man, I just can't deal with these motherfuckers these days, dude. I really can't. Really can't. So let's go into the power rankings. Not a lot of changes. Sure can. Not a lot of changes here to the power rankings, and shouldn't be a surprise here. Coming in number 10 is Rob. Rob is on an 8-game losing streak. The Fraud coming in at 9, and now the Fraud is normally always present for mass here. She's normally someone who tunes in every single week, and she's not here today. However, she did tell me, she reached out to me and she said she had motherly duties, which I have respect for. See, the thing is, if you tell me you're gonna miss mass, you're not a sinner. Well, you're partially a sinner because you're missing mass, but if you tell me, you say, hey, Mr. Pope Mac, I'm not making mass tonight, you're okay. Now, if you do a no-call, no-show, that some of you still do, you know who you are, then we got problems. I digress. Coming in number 8 is going to be Justin. A solid place for him. Now, this, I wasn't sure who to put at 7, but I had to go on a losing streak versus a winning streak here. Number 7 is going to be Amanda, dropping 3 spots. Moving up to number 6, 2 spots, is Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is finally trending back to 500. And if the man does get to 500, we may be in trouble, but we may not. It depends if he's still paying for that monthly subscription here. And I would love to ask him if he is still paying for that monthly subscription, but he is not currently in the chat. He's not made his presence known. Yeah, Bernay, he said he's working here, right? He said he's working. Eric and Brandon are working right now. You know what? I'm working right now, and I'm on the show. Excuses people have here. Coming in number 5 is Nate. Jumping up 2 spots after the big win up against Mr. 200 is Kyle in 4th. The top 3 are staying the same at Jordan, Mac, and Mr. 200 himself. Now, maybe could think, said, hey, well, Eric lost last week. Exactly. Working. Now you think to yourself, man, now Eric, he lost last week, and I'm on a 5-game win streak. But the thing is, again, still, I have the least points scored here. I just can't put myself number 1 when I had the least points scored. And I think I have the least points against too. I'm not a mathematician here, but I could be wrong. I might be right, but I could be wrong. So let's look up to the matchups here. These, I believe, are all matchups from week 1, if I am correct here. For the first matchup, we got Mac motherfucking Driver yourself going against Marlon Brando. 7-2 versus 4-5. Like I said, this is a very big game for Marlon Brando here. If Marlon Brando gets to that 500 spot, the playoff push is just that much closer here. I'm at 7-2. I missed the playoffs last year. At this point in the season, if you are in playoff contention, every game is must win here. There can be no losers. At the moment right now, I am projected 113.29 points against Marlon Brando's 128.11. Now, I don't know what Marlon Brando was doing all last week. Might have been smoking the ganja. Might have been drinking. The man had way too many pickups last week here. I really don't know what the man's trying to prove with all these pickups here. But however, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Yes, I know. Josh Jacobs is the best running back in fantasy football right now. I mean, you can say Christian McCaffrey. You can say Jonathan Taylor. You can say Uncle Rico, who we will get to later. But I think at a consistent basis, on a touchdown scoring basis, is Josh Jacobs here. Now, on the other hand, I don't have any running backs here. They're all useless. They're all shit. My saving grace is Twin Bowers here. Twin Bowers is my saving grace. The man scored 43 points last week, the most points of any single player this season. Will he continue that success? I'm not sure. Marlon Brando with the win at 11.5 points. Next game, Mr. 200 himself going against Rob. Rob's only, I had to do some digging here. I just had to think to myself, who's Rob lost to? Or who's Rob's beaten here? Rob's only win is against Mr. 200. So Rob is going for the season sweep here. At the moment, Eric projected 131.71 points, going against Rob's 127.36 points. Now, all I had to say about Rob is fuck you because you're not here. Now, Eric took multiple losses last week. You might say, Mac, well, there's only one loss that we see here. Eric lost Tucker Kraft. Now, as a Packer fan, and Packer fans in the chat, that's a devastating loss, Tucker Kraft. I mean, hell, Romeo Dobbs thinks the man died, for Christ's sakes, if you saw the interview. How much will this affect Eric's team? Now, Eric did put in Lucas Musgrave. He picked him up. Well, I would have done the same thing. I actually put a waiver for him. He beat me to it. Lucas Musgrave is no Tucker Kraft. No disrespect. I want you to, this is a markdown for poop shoot history here. The highest projection is going to happen right now. Mr. 200 himself is going to win by 1,000 points against Rob because his bitch ass isn't here. He never will show up. He don't know what he's fucking good for his ass. Next matchup, we got Amanda going up against the Fraud. You know, see, the thing is, I normally go put people's, you know, records here, and the Fraud is just no point. There's no point in putting a record here. Amanda's at 4-5. Amanda at the time projected 132.27 points against the frauds, 117.93 points. Let us know how you really feel. That's just the frosting, brother. That's the frosting, brother. So Amanda gets Puka Nacua back, and he had a great fucking game last week. I tell you what, here he had a really good game last week, and I think the bye week really helped him. I think it really did help him. One other thing that Amanda has on her team. This is the best voice in all of fantasy football. This is the voice of the people. This is the voice of mass. You've got voices of football here. You've got John Madden. You've got Tony Romo. You got John Facenda. You've got Harry Callis. Don Meredith. And then you got MacDriver, who's probably... Joe Buck, you can fuck yourself here. Then you got MacDriver, is probably the most dominant and predominant voice in all of sports reporting, all the shows here. Getting back to business here. The one thing I really like about Amanda's team right now, she's got the Bills defense going against the abysmal Miami Dolphins here. I really love that here. So now the fraud has 5 players on a bye. That's just not good for business. And she has 3 players in her lineup that are on the Chargers. Amanda by 25. Next matchup, we have Justin going up against Nate. Justin at 3-6 and Nate at 5-4. So Justin wins the game. Does he go back to playoff contention? Justin loses the game. Is he out of playoff contention? Nate wins the game. Does that solidify at 6-4? He's just shooing to go back to the playoffs. It's a very interesting matchup. I really like this one a lot. Justin projected 114 points even, going against Nate 119.32. 22, I'm sorry, 22. Now, Justin doesn't do himself any favors here. Dak Prescott's on a bye and he still has him in his lineup here, and he's not here for mass. That's 3 strikes. He's got this guy named Trey Tucker on his team. Now you gotta be really down bad here. This man is Trey Tucker. I didn't know who he was, so I had to look. The man's not a consistent wide receiver 1, not a consistent 10, not a consistent 20, not a consistent 30, not a consistent 40, but the man's consistently a wide receiver 50, and he's in your lineup? I don't think so here. I do not think so. Now on Nate's team, is Dirty Marvin Harrison back here? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. He's got 2 tight ends in his lineups. I'm not the biggest fan of that, and personally myself. Nate gets the victory by 5 points. Last matchup of the day. It's a good one here. Very good one too. We got Kyle going 5-4. This one's for you, Brooke. 5-4. Going against Jordan 6-3. Kyle projected 123.18 points, going against Jordan 137.11 points. Now, Jordan's got a weird team right now. This is why it's weird. He's got... I can't even think of his name right now here. I'm so high. He's Caleb Williams as his quarterback, which I like Caleb Williams, but he did a really weird thing of picking up Joe Flacco. I just don't understand the move. I really don't understand the move of picking up Joe Flacco and having Caleb Williams on your team here. Now let's talk about Kyle's team here. Drake London, man's hot. Hot tamale. Drake London is here. We'll make tamales later. We'll make tamales later, you dumbass. God damn here. But let's talk about one player who is now running back number 1. No denying it. He is an RB1. He's the best thing that is on the Carolina Panthers team. Besides the Carolina Panthers rapper, if you have not seen the Carolina Panthers rapper on Twitter, I highly suggest you do. Uncle Rico. Arguably, he had his first 2-touchdown game last week, and he's gonna get more. Drake May, Drake May, yes, Drake May. You know, he's good. But it's Uncle Rico, man. Uncle Rico. Waiver pickup of the year, probably. I would say an early pick right now. Early waiver pick. Oh, I didn't even say. I think I missed it here. Kyle at 17 points. Kyle's definitely getting the win here. Kyle's definitely. So this, I think, this week really gonna either we're gonna shorten the gap, depending on who wins or loses, or that distance between a playoff team. Okay, let's not make it all about you, sweetheart. All right, here. Yeah, you're in the chat, and I appreciate it, but let's. All right, man. Your whole team isn't God's gift to Earth. I'm God's gift to Earth. God damn it. This may be the week where we separate the leaders from the pack here, or the pack catches up to the leaders here. We're getting very close to playoff picks here. You did get me. It's very good. Very good. For those of you that did make it to Wednesday Mass, I do appreciate each and one of you. I'm kind of surprised that no one noticed the MacDriver porn stash here. A little disappointed in that, but that's okay. That's okay. I hope everyone has a good week, and we appreciate you too, Kyle and Brooke. I know you can hear me, and I'm sorry for the voice. You only have to hear it once a week for about 15 minutes. You gotta listen to your husband 365. I think you can deal with me for 15 minutes here too, the girlfriend. Hope everyone has a great week. Except Rob. Hope everyone does well in fantasy football. Except Rob. I hope the man loses in everything here. I bid everyone farewell. Have a great night. Good things are coming. Good things are fucking coming here, babies. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.